Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the LocalEdge Brokerage webinar to share some information with our new Encova partners. We're excited to have you here. During the webinar, which is being recorded, we'll have the opportunity to ask questions in the chat. That chat will be monitored, so feel free to ask any questions. Like I said, we're super excited to have you here. Wanted to share some agenda, and then we're going to kick it over to Brent Messelheiser to help us through the presentation. So we're going to do a quick overview of LocalEdge this morning and some history and how we got to where we are today, some product and carrier highlights, some resources for you to be able to access to make the most of your relationship with LocalEdge, and then our contact information so that you can get back in contact with us throughout the transition, after that, and as we move forward together. We're super excited. So with that, I'm going to transition over to Brent Messelheiser. Brent?
Thanks, Angela. How's everybody doing? And welcome to the webinar. My name is Brent Messelheiser. I'm the Vice President of Business Development for LocalEdge, and our team handles our agency relationships and our agents with networks and various carriers, partners. So we're super excited to have you folks come and experience what we have to offer here at LocalEdge. What I'm going to do is hit on a quick little history lesson with us, as well as a few tidbits about LocalEdge that you may be saying, well, who is this brokerage and how did they come to be a part? How did we become a part of them? Well, a little history. LocalEdge actually started out as two wholesale and market access providing brokerages that were owned by Nationwide that served at one time nationwide captive agencies as well as nationwide independent agents. And then in about 2020, 2021, most all agents with Nationwide became independent. So we served an entirely independent channel agency plant that was attached to Nationwide. Well, that we've been in business for over 40 years, serving the different agents that we had, and 40 years of experience across all facets of wholesale brokerage, non-admitted E&S, as well as a lot of admitted market access products out there for the agents to get. So what happened was in 2020, late 2024, we entered into some conversations and joined Bridge Specialty Group, effective March 3rd, I believe was the date when the transaction closed, and Nationwide effectively sold us off to Bridge Specialty, and now we are part of a much larger wholesaler across the country. So I'll get into a little bit of details about that on the next slide, but wanted to share with you the history that we have. So 40 plus years of sound history working in both admitted market access all the way across the board into your excess and surplus lines, non-admitted world. When it comes down to policy ownerships, I'll hit on that real quick. You own your business with LocalEdge. We serve as a broker, but you do own those expirations. If you were to choose to move them, you could do that. We do not retain ownership of those policies. And as I mentioned, we have a lot of solutions to offer the agents out there accessing us as a broker across the entire P&C spectrum, from admitted, like I said, to non-admitted. And by joining Bridge, our markets have already, in this first 6 months of being part of Bridge Specialty, the amount of markets we have now at our fingertips, in addition to all the niche things that Bridge can do, has really expanded our breadth as a broker to solve and solution for you local agencies out there. So if someone can hit the next slide, I want to hit real quick on how we fit into the Bridge Specialty Group world, and really how large of an organization this really is. It really is a neat organization to be a part of, and in the last 6 months I've learned just a ton. So number one, it is the 4th largest P&C wholesaler in the United States. Most people do not know that, and they have 25 brands across the spectrum. Some are brands that work in more niche classes and niche insurance solutions, and some are just more regionally focused. But across those 25 brands, Bridge Specialty is almost $7.5 billion in premium once LocalEdge was added in. Now, you may have seen recently, and it's a unique day, recently Bridge Specialty and Brown and Brown, and I failed to mention that Brown and Brown is the parent company of Bridge Specialty Group. It's their wholesale arm, if you will. They also have a program management area called Arrowhead Partners. And closing today was a group called Accession Risk Management Group, which is composed of risk strategies on the retail side and 180-degree intermediaries on the wholesale side. When you add Arrowhead and the Accession Group into Bridge Specialty, the whole wholesale arm of this organization is topping $18+ billion. So it is not a small organization. It's the fourth largest P&C wholesaler in the United States. So in addition to the products that I'll mention that LocalEdge provides, we also have a lot of specialty practice groups that we have access to, as you can see below there when you look at some executive risk, environmental, transportation, things like that, and even access to like Lloyd's of London for a variety of risks. So just wanted to hit on how the home that we are now part of is very, very strong, very large, and you can have full confidence in us and our ability to provide you with wholesale solutions. So I'm going to hit the next slide. But before I do that, I would like everyone to know, if you have not signed up or gotten your link from us to get the contract started, definitely do that. It's a DocuSign link, and it's real easy to sign and get through. And then you'll get your agency code set up with us. We can transform any business you already have in the Encova relationship into our world. And once you do that, you will also be able to sign up for our website. Now, I'm going to show you that real quick before I go off into these next slides, because I want you to see that. You're going to see a website that is what we call our post-authorization website. And the reason I like to show agents this, because before you even get contracted with us, you can come out here and you can see the product appetites that really dives a lot deeper into what we can do outside of what I'm going to show you today on this PowerPoint. But get out there, click on product appetite, check it out, and you can see some of the larger, a little more descriptive, like, for example, agribusiness here. Of what we can do. You can hit agribusiness solutions, hit the download guide, and then it will get into even more detail. Most of this is surrounding our wholesale space as well. But this is the post-auth site. Everyone can get into this. Once you get your contract with us, you will be instructed how to get website credentials, and then you'll hit login here, and then it will bring, I already logged in advance of this meeting. Oh, see, there we go. Then you'll get into the real website that you can actually, work in and access and sign up for different direct access carriers. For example, right here, I am on the personal lines direct access carrier for agents in Iowa. Say that agent wanted to sign up for American Modern Insurance and come under us. They could do that to get appointed with American Modern as a subcode under LocalEdge. That's the direct access page, but obviously on the home page, of course, it kicked me out. See if I can get back in here. Here we go. Here's the home page. And this is where you will get in. And for example, you can get to the agency hub where you would see your commissions and things like that. You can get in, product offerings, sign up for direct markets, things like that. But it's a much more intuitive website. This is where you go once you get signed up. So just wanted to show you that. LocalEdgeBrokerage.com, again, post-authorization site. Once you get your credentials, you get into the more workable website. Okay, so in general, here's where we are. And this is where I like to talk to agents about how we're a little bit different than maybe if you're accessing your traditional true wholesale broker. We know wholesale brokers have brokerage markets for anywhere from your cyber liability to products liability to pollution liability. Then they have their property and casualty brokerage markets, and they may even have binding authority where they have that general agency binding authority for non-admitted companies where they can bind right from their broker's desk. That's traditionally what you go to wholesalers for. So we do have that side of the house, and it's very broad. Additionally, with the extra things Bridge Specialty brings to the table, we're much more capable since that acquisition occurred in that space. But where we differ a little bit is we have a very robust direct access platform. And the direct access platform is admitted. And when you get into the website, you'll be able to search the variety of carriers we have for direct access solutions in both commercial lines and personal lines. Under this platform as well, we have brokerage, and brokerage is pretty broad. It can be admitted or non-admitted. Where we're a little more unique than the traditional wholesaler, is we do have the ability to broker a lot of admitted commercial lines. We have a small commercial platform called iQuote, where you can get to a lot of admitted carriers if you cannot get a contract with them yourself. I'll use like Travelers, for example, or Hartford or CNA. We can broker that admitted commercial lines in small commercial through our iQuote rating platform, which you will have the ability to sign up for on our main website. Taking it a step further, we also have admitted middle market commercial brokerage platform, where we can get to some of those larger national carriers. Again, Hartford and CNA come to mind with that, where if you have a big, 5-6 figure risk that, you have the commercial expertise to write it, you just might not have the market. So we actually do broker some preferred admitted commercial lines. And then again, like I mentioned, we do have your traditional wholesale broker products. We have binding authority with, someone might have to correct me on this, but I know we're getting close to 10 different binding markets. We used to have 4. Since joining Bridge, we've expanded that to 10 plus, I believe now. And then when we also have a plethora of what I would call specialty brokerage markets to round your risks out, whether, like I said, that cyber, directors and officers, EPLI, management lines, things like that. So that's kind of the breadth of what we have. Off to the left, you'll see it says direct appointment. This is just a descriptor there, kind of describing how, if you have a direct appointment, this is how most agents do business. They have a direct appointment available to agents who can commit to volume requirements, and they work directly with that carrier. Should you not have a direct appointment, transfer over to LocalEdge. We can maybe help you with that with our direct access markets. And then obviously, as you keep moving down the spectrum, you get into brokerage and general agency authority to solve for those unique and tough risks. But it's a very broad brokerage. We have lots of solutions. And I think we're a little unique in the marketplace because of what we can help agents solve for, not only on the wholesale broker side with admitted or with non-admitted business, we have a lot of admitted as well. So it's a unique operation from that standpoint. Next slide, please. Just hitting real quick on personal lines. Again, admitted brokerage, E&S solutions, and direct appointments / subcodes. Just to let you know what that, admitted brokerage, this is going to be your high net worth space. If you do not have a direct contract with personal lines companies that do high net worth home, we have the ability to broker that for you. Then there's the E&S space. And sometimes even in the high net worth space, they just become so high net worth and so unique, if you will. We have to go to E&S just to write a high net worth home. That's happening more and more in the marketplace right now, where your high net worth individuals can sometimes crack through a point where the risk is so unique and maybe so expensive that it has to go E&S. We have plenty of solutions in that space as well. Other E&S areas we have, tough to write umbrellas, things like that, tough toys, things like that we can solution for as well. Again, when you get appointed and get out to our website, like where I was at the beginning, you can click on direct access for personal lines and see all the different markets we have for personal lines direct access. I mentioned American Modern. I'll mention some specialty lines out there. Jewelers Mutual is a great example of, for scheduled jewelry or, a really unique piece of jewelry you need insured. Out there, you can get a direct access appointment to them. Haggerty for classic cars, things like that. So check out the direct appointments. One thing I'll say on this is we do have some you'll see out there, companies like American Modern, Aegis, Foremost, Dairyland. You also see Travelers, Safeco. As we know, right now the market's pretty tough. Some carriers are very cautious of their new appointment strategy right now. So make sure you read where it will say the new appointment process. If there's any type of restrictions, it will let you know out there if it's a carrier that's just not open to new appointments at this time. But there's still a lot out there to access as well. Okay, next slide. Hitting on commercial lines, this is the broadest one. It's hard to hit everything here. But again, I mentioned earlier, admitted, we've got it. We got small, we've got middle market. So as I say, it's like a preferred brokerage for risks of all sizes if you don't have a direct contract yourself. E&S solutions across the platform, whether it's a specialty line piece like cyber, our products liability, all the way through property and casualty E&S binding authority, where we have the actual underwriting pen and can process risks much faster due to that. Specialty lines hit on that. Agribusiness, take a quick, I'm really proud of this. For those of you that have agricultural risks in your area, or it's you're in a farming community, we have really seen this kind of, explode, I'll use. We've got specialty lines markets out there for a variety of different agricultural risks. You're seeing a greater need for drone coverage. You're seeing a greater need for irrigation pivots. That's getting tough to write. And there's even some non-admitted markets we have access to for tougher property on the agricultural side. If the risk is really really what I would say a quality, upper end risk, we even have access to some preferred commercial agribusiness solutions for, you name it, your seed dealers, your food processing plants, things like that may do some light dirt, what we like to call dirt to dinner table risks, those risks that are in the middle between coming out of the ground and being on the dinner plate, all in that processing world. We have some possible markets for that as well. So agribusiness has been something we've been really proud of, and really excited to throw quotes out there if we can get some good risks submitted. I'll hit on direct appointments one last time again with commercial lines. Just as personal lines, we also have some direct access in the commercial area for property casualty as well as specialty lines. I always like to use the you've got the Next platform, the Byberks out there, things like that. We do have access to those companies, and we also have access to like Hiscox Now for some kind of a specialty lines / general liability combo policy. If you need that cyber or that directors and officers in tandem with the general liability, those companies are all direct access platforms, are just a few examples of what you can get out there and sign up for. So it's definitely something to check out, and go through the paperwork process to sign up to have your own specific direct access subcode under LocalEdge. So that is kind of it on commercial lines for now. I'm going to flip it over, and I believe it's Angela Dimling's going to hit a little bit on the group benefits and individual life health and close us out from there.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Brent. So just a quick mention of some additional products we have access to. There's some group benefits as well as individual life and health. So with the individual life and health, we have really broad product offerings, everything from term, whole, and universal life, some disability insurance, critical illness, accident insurance. Our key carriers there are Assurity Insurance Company and also Nationwide Life Insurance Company. Those give us a lot of different avenues for you to bring some additional benefits to your insureds and your agency. With group medical, we focus on smaller group benefits, including the medical and then vision and dental. Our specialty is really level funded group health insurance, which helps small to mid-sized businesses really manage those costs of providing quality coverage. Some voluntary benefits are included there. And then finally, travel medical. So travel medical is one that I think more and more people are interested in. It's travel insurance in addition to the medical, protects against cancellations, provides, based on the level of coverage, some evacuation, can do things from individuals to larger group trips. So lots of opportunities and really ways to provide additional benefits to your customers. It's not really going to provide, the travel insurance isn't necessarily going to provide a lot of income, but it's something that really can set your agency apart as you think about different ways to service your client base. Ways to get in contact with us. This feels a little busy, but we can certainly send it out to you. There's a lot of information. We've got people available to talk to you from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time at an 800 number, and then the below you'll see all the prompts to get you to that. So listen to the phone tree, or if you've got this available, you can listen to the prompts. The web address is there, localedgebrokerage.com. That's an easy way to get a hold of some basic information on that pre-authorization site. And then once you have credentials, can get to it post-auth. You've probably received emails with a link to get signed up. If you haven't yet clicked that link, or if you aren't sure where you put that email, totally fine. You can reach out to that business development team at the bottom, LocalEdge sales team, and we'll happily send that out to you, get you that link to help you become appointed with LocalEdge and work through this transition together. We're super excited to have the opportunity to meet you and to work with you near and far. And I guess right now I would like to open it up for questions. We've got about 9 minutes left in the meeting, but would love to entertain questions from anybody who's had them. I haven't seen any in the chat yet, but don't hold back. We'd love to answer some questions as we make this transition together.
Yeah, Angela, I would also say if you saw on that contact sheet, we could have put it under the commercial slide, but you maybe saw an E&O email there. We also have a program. It's one of the programs we manage. It's a very robust E&O product. It's a Cadillac coverage type policy, and that is not like for you to write somebody's E&O. That's for your E&O. If you'd like a quote on your E&O, we can do that for you as well. So definitely check it out if you're shopping your E&O. We'd love to offer you a quote. It's a great team ran by Amy Bordeaux, and it's doing some great things out there.
Yep. Steve Trago, are we in all 50 states? Yes, we are in all 50 states. Yep, that's a good one. Are commission payments in the name of Bridge Specialty Commission, does it come out under Bridge? I think it does.
Yeah, no, we're so new in the transaction. Shelly Carter, I don't know if she's still on the phone, but we can get an answer to that. Yeah, Shelley, if you want to type in Shelly, do you know if they come under the name of Bridge, or they may be under LocalEdge Agency Inc. at this point?
Oh, Heather Wolf.
Oh, there we go, Heather. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Heather.
Nice. Thanks, Heather.
I couldn't get my mute button off quick enough. Appreciate the assist.
Fantastic. Christina, do we need to do anything with the accounts we have had with LocalEdge? No. You don't need to do anything different. We're going to just move those. If you've already got an appointment with us, fantastic. We're really excited about that. And things will just transition over from what it used to be to saying LocalEdge. So yes.
That's a great question, Christina. Thanks for bringing that up. If you're already contracted with us, you don't have to recontract. We'll just, as that business comes up for renewal, transition to your current LocalEdge code.
Yep. Great questions.
I think that's it. Well, if you do have any other questions, anything at all, I would say the same email that Angela just mentioned, LocalEdge sales team at bridgespecialty.com. Emily Rogers and John Murray have been taking the lead on processing new appointments for those that aren't appointed. So if you haven't done that, or if you need another link to the appointment, like Angela just mentioned, send it to the LocalEdge sales team at bridgespecialty.com, and just don't be shy to reach out. We have a lot of talented people here. We're ready to help you and get rolling, and we would love to be your brokerage of choice as you move forward with this business coming into LocalEdge.
Well, great.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
we look
everybody.
forward to continuing to work with you, and we'll send out some additional opportunities in the future.